Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 41 of Direwolf20's Let's Play of FTB Skies. Making some tweaks to my reactor here. Added a excess waste detector in addition to the high temperature detector to shut this thing off in the event of too much waste. Last episode we set this thing up, but I didn't want to burn my waste out too much because I remembered I wanted to keep it going for SPS. But that said, my SPS is going to require plutonium and polonium anyway, so I need to make some of it. But while I was wrapping up the episode, it occurred to me, like, if I leave both of these off, we might have a problem with too much waste. So I wanted to test this out. And I did test it between episodes, and it worked out pretty good, but I want to show you on camera the test. So I'm going to turn the reactor on with the button, and what's going to happen is the nuclear waste will build up in the reactor, and if the reactor overheats, this outputs. But it doesn't overheat when it fills up on waste. So you need another detector here for excess waste, and that guy will shut off as soon as the waste tank fills up completely. And it should do so, there we go, without any radiation. And I wanted to check to see if there was like a little bit of radiation that happens. Nope, you're good. Totally fine. Not a problem. So with that, I went ahead and taught my system how to make SPS casings. Now for this to cook, we're going to need... Where did my SPS... Mechanism SPS. I brought this up on my other screen and then completely closed it down before I was ready to record. 60 SPS casings plus 12 cracked material for the SPS ports, 1 supercharged coil. So I might be able to get my supercharged coil. We only need 1 of those. We need a laser. That shouldn't be too bad, right? Let's do that, if that's cool. And then a supercharged coil. Nice. That should be good. So then with that, we want 3 ports for the SPS. And that needs more HDPE sheets and more polonium pellets. Okay, so let's get the polonium maker running. And now my nuclear reactor should shortly have room for more waste. Now it might just be that it's nighttime. Well, it's about to turn day, so I think it just turned day, actually, based on the sounds that I'm hearing. Maybe not. Maybe I lied. It's almost day, though. And shortly you'll be allowed to run. Come on, daytime, let's go. Tyler's got places to be. There you are. Sweet. And then you're draining your nuclear waste, which is cool, which means I can turn you back on. But this is a nice thing also if I'm only ever running with polonium and, like, if we're only processing it in the SPS. Remember, this thing only runs during the day, so that could be a problem. We'll probably want, like, some kind of tank here to buffer the nuclear waste over the nighttime, but this way is just another way to protect yourself from nuclear catastrophes. So with that said, we're getting our polonium now coming in. If I want one of these 3 ports, we are just short on the HDPE sheets, which I can question why you're not making more of. Liquid ethylene. What? Oh, right, because I only put so many roses in here. That did, what? Did you not? I thought you had you set to eject on that. Items should be... There you go. There you go. That reminds me, though, I should add poppies to this automation line. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea. I can throw you in my backpack, and I don't think I need my laser IO stuff at the moment. That's cool. And then my favorite, stick is for life, not just for torches. I disagree. I disagree. So you, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and that should be maybe cool. I wasn't going to speed this up, but now I kind of need it more urgently. Well, maybe not urgently, but you get the idea. Is that cool? Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. I assume. Alright. Yeah, I think that should be enough for that. Now, if I want 3 of these... Nope, not 3 of those. 3 of these. We just need our 48 HDPE sheets, which we're almost at. And then I want to see how much more plutonium versus polonium we need. So I'm going to turn you off for a minute, just because I'm sure that we would need some of something. It was 42 or 48 we needed? 48. There you go. Sweet. Now, in addition to that, I need 60 of these, which is going to need a bit more polonium and a bit more plutonium. Available 53, missing 7. So you know what? I should be able to do this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we're good. So now I'm just going to build up my HDPE sheets and my polonium pellets, and then we'll be back. Deal? So let me just run this idle for a little bit. I will probably... I'm guessing I'm out of poppies, right? Yeah. So let me get poppies added here. I'll take care of this stuff pretty off-camera-ish. I can just grab 64 poppies, put them in here. Maybe not so off-camera. Boom, boom. Down that. You can accept items in the back. How about that? Sure. I lied about being done with you. You will insert filter poppy. Cool. That works. Keeps everybody happy and cooking. I like it. Now, are we going to have a problem here where we, like, excess our liquid ethylene or something? I might need to void that liquid ethylene, the excess of it. I got to imagine at some point something's going to gum up, right? Because you're making ethylene from substrates. At some point, you're going to back stuff, right? So we might need, like, a trash can as a secondary output here. Like, priority 1 be this. Priority 2 be a trash can, but let's see what happens. See if it becomes a problem or not. I think this ethylene pipe is pretty big, so maybe it'll be a while before that happens. I don't know. And what I could have then is also a nice little functional storage drawer, and we could stick that there, and then we could side output here. Works for me. Sweet. All right. So with that said, we're going to need, obviously, a few more of those, which will go in there. And then we need 60 of these, which will be probably 10 or 15 minutes would be at a random guess in terms of maybe even less. So I'll come back when it's good and done. Cool? So I'll be right back. I always wondered if the fact that, like, a reactor running at 50 millibuckets per tick is, like, just perfectly filling up this radioactive waste barrel as the sun rises and then starts to drain. Like, it's almost too perfect. I'm just saying. Speaking of radioactive, we're low on fuel. So what's that about? Uranium or fluorite? Which one's low? Fluorite. I suspected. I should not be surprised. I'm gonna have to figure out a way to get more of that stuff. Like lots more. See what we can find. Let's see what we can find here. Purify ore chunk. Oh, ore purification. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I could drill for it in any biome, so we could set up a laser drill system. It's doable. I might try that. Probably the most straightforward way. That or bees are probably the best ways to get them. Because the only other option really is sifting, which maybe. We'll see. So we're down to 81 missing here, so shouldn't be too much longer. While that's running, maybe I look into lasering up some fluorite. That could be cool. That could be cool. What do we got by way of lasers here? How about you get me a dozen of those? Yeah. Couldn't hurt. And or laser base. I'm going to need one of you. And apparently I need Apparently I need some iron, which I can get with a combiner with raw iron. I guess I could do that. Probably. I don't know that that needs to be auto set up or anything, but we could knock that out pretty quick. I'll grab one of these and one of those. Sweet. And then what was it? Was it cobble or stone? Yep, cobble. Into the bottom slot. Iron ore, which should exist in here. Remember, we're only dropping 16 at a time. So yes, we have some. We just got unlucky with our timings because currently we have 2. Right? So I'll give that a few minutes to build up there. In the meantime, what I can do is at least start building out my lasers. So I could move these guys to like... I guess it technically could live here and there. That works, right? Yeah, that should be fine. And this could be like Laser Island. This little spot, this little not great spot. So let's see, lasers. I should have my dozen-ish. So let's just placeholder this guy, right? And then we'll do like 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, we're so close. I'm going to actually place them all correctly the first time. Oh, look at me. I did it. And then in anticipation of the fact that I might want another batch, I'll run these all around the outside of things. Right? And then let's prep a bunch of add-ons, like knowing we're going to want, you know, maybe 10 more of each, if I'm not mistaken, right? 13 total. 12 for the lasers and 1 for the laser drill. Should be cool. And what was fluorite coming in at? That was light gray laser lens. So remember, the best and easiest way to make this is just program the recipe here and then replace whatever recipe of laser lens you currently have in your thing, because it's just not worth the hassle. And I think we want 6 of those, if I'm not mistaken. Right? If I'm not mistaken. I believe that to be true. Thought I had a lot of that stuff. Six light gray laser lenses, cool. Now how you doing? 12, we're getting there. So now I'll just need 4 more at the end. Sweet, that's 1. Close. Just need 3 more of those now. Back in a sec when they're here. Oh wow, I just got a bunch of them, so that was quick. Okay, so now ore laser base. Can go here, and then we get our 6 lenses. Boom. Sweet. Fluorite will be at level 15 to 30 with a weight of 6. So let's do like 20. The only thing I wish is I could shift click these to go 10 at a time. Okay, so there's your 20. And then our add-ons. Boom, boom, boom. Let's just do these guys first. And remember, we're not always going to get fluorite from this, but it should be weighted heavily towards fluorite. And we might need something similar for uranium, because I suspect at some point we're going to run low on uranium and the same problem is going to pop up. And we'll deal with it when the time comes. Cool? All right, so you don't get speed add-ons. That's fine. All right, so that means that all that's left is a happy little flux point. And we're good. Everybody's getting their power. Sweet. Look at this. We're 3 in and we still haven't gotten any good stuff. Okay. It is what it is. There's your fluorite ore. Nice. There we go. I wonder if I can set up like an auto mine with like super fortune thing going on. That would be probably fun, right? That would be cool. So let's start with an ender chest. And I want to call something out here real quick, by the way. I'm going to call something out here real quick. Push to the top. Cool. I'm still running on a single 64K drive, and it's only half full. So can we just talk about, like, we're, like, really deep into this episode, and I've done really good with my organization with my AE2 discs. Like, that is not bad at all. That is not bad at all. I love it. All right, so I was going to set up a super crazy fortune-y thingy with a pickaxe, right? So what do we got by way of pickaxes that could be crazy fortune-y? Is there anything that's, like, unbreakable? I don't know. Maybe flux infused? They're powered, at least. That could be cool. Now, look at all this stuff we have to make, though. It's a hassle. But I think we could pull it off. And then what? Flux infused. Times 3. I guess that wasn't that much of a hassle. Charge it up. Empowered. I haven't really used much by way of the flux tools, but I bet they're cool, right? And then we want, what are we going to want in here? Excavate, no. Experience, fortune, right? That's what we want. Fortune 8. Is that the top tier of fortune in this pack? Yep. Unless we get the cork +1 thing, that brings me up to 9. Now, a few people said that, like, if you go to that place that I was at, you can get some like really crazy level enchants. The whatchamacallit, that big gigantic island thingy, like way up here. You know, I was talking about the castle in the sky. They've got like, you know, level 20 enchants or something. We'll see. Now my memory was such that pedestals would use whatever thing. Right? So what I'm going to want is some network channels. So maybe over here-ish would be a good place for this. So if I were to place... We've got placers, right? Block placer. The block placer from Cyclic I remember being pretty good. That was pretty good, right? Cyclic block placer? Requires redstone always on. If I just got you some fluorite blocks. That would be cool. Alright, let's just do one of these. Okay. Let's get this thing enchanted. I think I'm just going to do it this way. Because I've got infinite mana, remember. Why not do that? Okay. So now we've got Fortune 8. Which I got to imagine is going to be like the best way to handle this. And now from pedestals, let's do breaker upgrade. We don't have any more upgrade bases? There we go. $20 sounds like a good number. All right, so breaker upgrade is going to be you. Okay, so I'm going to put that on here. I'm going to put this on there. Okay, and now I just need work location, so that's going to be a work locations card. I'm going to click Block position added, right? And then put that on here. Not terrible. I got 4 of them. That was better. That was, you know. Yeah, I mean, we're doing okay. Not bad at all. Now, how about a accumulator of some kind? What if we did this with a filter and just said only pick up fluorite? Does that seem doable? Sure. We'll get one of you guys. You can allow list fluorite. So now, in theory, you should pick that up. A little slow. Could be faster. But it might just be what it is. So then if I put you in here, are you going to be a problem with my magnet? You are. You are. You are. Don't love that you're a problem with my magnet. How do I do better with accumulating? I'd like it to be... We don't have like a super insta-tick pickup in this pack, really. In fairness, I don't know that I've tested this one. It might be fast. I don't know how fast this is. Should we try it? I think we could, right? How fast are you at picking up? So you are always on... Yeah, it's definitely big. 3x3 should be sufficient, right? I could just make it 5x5 to be a little bit safer. You're going down for some reason. Guess that's fine. Always on. How fast are you, though? And this thing, I think, is the filter, right? From Cyclic. Yep. Holds items and settings for filters. Oh my goodness, look at all the things I have to do. Carbon paper. That's a lot of crafting. Purple dye. Who carries that stuff around? I'm missing poppies? Really? I shouldn't be missing poppies. I mean, I guess I am. Where's all my poppies going? And you're with the speed? Ow. So again, cyclic filter. I didn't think I was burning through poppies that fast, right? I guess I am? Let's do it this way then. We'll live. So how does this work? Allow list. Can I drag? No. But I could get some? Maybe. Oh, that was fast. That was good, actually. That was quite good. Okay, and then put you back like so, and now we should be good again. That works for me. I mean, it's spitting out experience, but whatever. That's cool. So now all we realistically need then is an exporter for fluorite. Yeah, I'm cool with that. And dire wire it up. There you go, fluorite's going in. That's pretty cool. That should keep me relatively happy for the time being. Alright, how did my SPS crafting turn out while all this has been happening? Well, we're getting there on polonium pellets. You know what? It's nighttime. There's probably a big bulk of nuclear waste ready to be voided. That'll be fine. You guys are now happy again. So how's my uranium keeping up? Yeah, not great. I think that was 4,000 when I started this. Yeah. Uranium's probably going to be another one for me. That'll be super fun. We're going to have to figure that out, right? Uranium ore. Oh, uranium ore doesn't get... Oh. Let's see. How about you? Neither of these gets vacuumed up by a laser. That's a thing. That's a thing. We might need to consider dimensional mine shafts at some point. Though they are pretty rare. What are my other uranium ore options? Raw uranium comes from sieving gravel, obviously. 20% chance, though, so that's not too bad. We could amp this up. We could amp that up. Oh, you get raw uranium from laser drill. Okay, nope, that's fine. So it's not the ore. You get the raw uranium. That's fine then, right? We can vacuum that up, right? That's cool. Min 5, max 29. So technically we should be getting a little bit of raw uranium from our... Yep, there it is. Coming in from the laser. It'll just be rare, but I'm at least mining in the right Y levels. Okay. That's cool. So let's let that run, and I'll be back when I'm ready to make my SPS, because it's almost daytime. So, in fact, if I sleep through the night, we should get a healthy amount of polonium for my SPS crafting. Cool. But now polonium should be burning through like crazy. And we're probably close after this back stuff clears out, right? So you're down to... Yeah, won't be long. I'll come back. Alright, look at this. We can make our 60 SPS. So it looks like we just finished making everything we need, which is good. And then I'm going to need 123 reactor glass or structural glass. So let's get ourselves some reactor glass. Looks like we're going to want 110 more. That should be easy peasy. That's just a little bit of lead and iron, right? Yeah, no problemo there. Okay, and we should have 2 more than we need, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, so let's build this thing up nice and quick. So this guy I'm going to probably let live right in front of this dude, right? Because he is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks long, but a little bit bigger than that. So let's do... And let's make sure that we're, like, within the chunk boundary. That might be might be cutting it a little bit close. Might be cutting it a lot of bit close. But I guess we'll see what happens. I might be able to squeeze it in here. I guess we'll see. It's gonna be real close. I don't know if I've ever done it this compact before. Man. And then reactor glass all on the inside, yes. Cool. Okay. And then what we're going to have is... Okay. And then 5 this. And then I should be able to surface mode this good guy. I do place on top, right? 1, 2. And then it should be 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then it should be on top of that. Cool. And if I'm not mistaken, you're going to want to be here and here as well. And then we're going to want yeah. Now you guys are going to want to have an input port. So like your SPS ports are going to go here. And remember, I was told to make 3 of these, so we're going to want you. Actually going to be a little bit tighter than I would like it to be, but that's all right. We'll figure it out. How about power can come in here, and that's where my laser will go, right? And then what I might do, yeah, I know what I'm going to do. I think this will be okay to do, but we'll find out. Cool. And then that's where my last 3 of these will go. And then you guys can be my casings here, 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 and here. And then here, here. Tight, but I made it. I think. All right, now which one of these am I forgetting? There's 12 that I'm forgetting. All right, the edges here. That's exactly 12, right? I'm getting better at building these SPSs, because I have to do it like every series. All right, SPS stable. So I'm assuming then that you'll be able to do that. And if I turned you off, you're going to build up polonium, right? If I did this, you should be sending polonium into here. Nice. And then that reminds me, I also need my laser in there, my supercharged coil. Okay. And then a flux point. How about 100,000 R for tick? Is that enough to... Yeah, that's a net. That's a net. That works. Cool. And then that'll turn polonium. Maybe 200. Diffuser can be here. There's the SPS. Cool. So that'll eventually build up and turn polonium into plutonium. And what should also happen is right now we're probably splitting... Actually, no, all of it's going out to the right. No, it's nighttime. Yes. But shortly we'll be getting more polonium in there because it'll buffer in the one machine and then be good, right? Like, this machine will buffer up, and then we'll be getting twice as much polonium in here as we did before. Right? So maybe we should make this like 500,000. That works. And we could set some energy automations if we wanted into, like last series, but I don't know that we need to do that. Alright, now for antimatter, we can use you in a anti-protonic nucleosynthesizer or a chemical crystallizer. So I'm going to want to use both of these this time, right? Actually, it looks like in order to make this guy, we need 2 antimatter pellets. So we're going to need a little bit of everything. That's going to absolutely be a thing. So we're going to need to build up 2 antimatter before we can get this guy. Didn't realize that he needs antimatter to craft, but today I learned. Cool. So you're going to sit here, probably? Yeah, I guess. Okay. But I'm going to give you a redstone normal mode. Well, no, because you're going to have a big buffer of power, too. I guess we'll figure it out at some point. But I guess what we want is not pressurized tube, but universal cables with a flux point. Cool. And now you've got power, and then you're going to want to do this, and now you should be getting, or maybe you need to do this first. Antimatter. Cool. Got it? All right. So that's going to take a really long time. Like, really, really. Are you... Actually, you're net gaining on polonium right now, so we're definitely going to need more RF a tick here. So let's make it like 1 million RF a tick. And now you should be net losing? How are you net gaining still? Are you really net gaining still? Really? That much power? Okay, if you say so. 2 million? 2 million's like breaking even? Really? Why do I not remember it being that much? I knew it was a lot, but you know, it was that much. So 3 million should be a net loss. Okay. So probably what we want is 4 million to account for the buffer overnight, right? So it'll drain throughout the day, but then it'll build up a big buffer overnight. But then during the day, it's going to burn out the buffer and be making more. So we need to, like, double it, roughly. What I could do is, like I've done in the past, try to, like, automate that. But for now, let's wrap it up point. So, Double20 sign off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. What I'm going to do, between episodes, if we run into problems with any more resource gen, I'll handle that. And I'll just deal with it. And basically, my goal is to come back and have my 2 antimatter done, but I don't know if that's realistic, because that's going to take a while, like a while. Not an insane amount of time, but a lot of time. So we'll figure it out. For now, Double20 sign off. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Take it easy.